What's up, guys? I'm here to talk again about some more anime. Today we are going to be talking about My Hero Academia Season 6, Episode 1, 2, and 3. I wanted to do some reactions, but I'm still struggling to see how, to put the reactions out there on YouTube without getting copyright stricken. So for now, I'm just going to keep you up to date on the anime that I'm watching, and I'm going to review each episode in bunches. I feel like that's a pretty good pace to keep things at until I'm able to put my reactions up. So, I wanted to start with My Hero Academia. The first thing I want to say about My Hero Academia Season 6 is that the opening, I'm not gonna lie, a little disappointed about the opening. Just banger wise, like I've enjoyed more of the My Hero openings in the past. This opening was really good visual wise, animation wise. The art style was amazing, lighting, colors, everything. It's just the song, I don't know, I need something that slaps a little more for the song, but it was alright. It was alright for the song. That's not what I'm just here to talk about, but I do like mentioning the openings and the endings because, time and effort goes into those as well. And shout out to whoever was behind the art and the opening, because I wish the anime was animated like that. That would be crazy. Straight out of a comic book, really. But I did want to say that My Hero has been very enjoyable so far. It wasted no time getting to action. Probably the slowest part of the season so far has been the first 15 minutes of the first episode. It was like a lot of dialogue, a lot of like, oh, here, this is where we're at in the story, and then every episode after has been like non-stop action. I really enjoyed the small Aizawa and Endeavor interaction in the first episode when they were in the hospital. Also, let me put a spoiler warning before I talk about these 3 episodes. If y'all haven't watched it, go watch it, then come back and watch this episode. But yeah, I really enjoyed the small Endeavor and Aizawa interaction, because Endeavor is this big buff guy. He doesn't talk to anybody, and of course he's trying to like fix that, but we haven't seen this side of Endeavor until recently, since he became #1 hero. Just seeing him interact with Aizawa, being like, oh, you're like pretty dope, I like your quirk, you would be like really good as my sidekick, or it was something along those lines. I thought it was pretty cool. I really liked that. Very small, but I appreciated that part of it. The art style for the show is still like, it's a little weird to me because I know it's a very serious and important arc, but the art style is still like really bright, like it's still comic-y, and I know it's supposed to be comic-y because of how My Hero is, the art style, the manga, whatever, but it's just, it feels like the lighting and everything just feels still a little too bright for the arc that we're in. I need something like when they were fighting All For One, when All For One was there. I know it was nighttime, but like the tones, everything was like a little darker. I need that. So it probably will get darker. Honestly, it got better once we saw Mirko go and infiltrate the lab for the doctor. But I don't know, I feel like the outside, if they're going to be outside fighting like at all, the tones need to shift to reflect that. Okay, this is like really sick. Again, it's kind of like a nitpick, but it's just something I noticed. It's just how I react to the scene. I'm like, dang, bro, if the lighting was better, I'd be like fully immersed. But again, this is all nitpicking. It's just I'm spilling all the things that went through my head while I was watching these 3 episodes. So don't take it too much to heart. These are just thoughts that go in and out. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you what I have when I watch these. Let me start with episode 2 because I love Mirko. I love what they're doing with her, and I love that they're giving her action right off the bat so we can love her and appreciate her for how awesome and dope she is, because she doesn't care. She's there to beat villains, and she doesn't care what it's gonna take to do it. So I really like her attitude too, because she's, no matter what happens to her, she's kind of like a G. Like she's she's crazy. No matter what happens to her, she's gonna defeat the villains, and that's what she's out to do, and she does it with a smile too. It kind of is reminiscent of, you know, how All Might, you know, defeating villains with a smile. But you know, I'm pretty sure the studio loves Mirko as much as we do, because her animated fights so far have been gas. They've been fire. All her scenes have just been amazing. The action in the end of episode 1, the action in episode 2, like, bro, it's been nuts. Like, episode 2 was amazing. I'm gonna try to edit some small clips in here. Hopefully it doesn't get copyrighted for them, but I'm not gonna do too many seconds out of each. But you know, the animation really took off with the Mirko fighting all the Nomus, the high-end Nomus in the lab, with her just busting into the lab and trying to get the doctor, looking for Shigaraki, going up against that one high-end that damaged her arm, like, and then her finishing move on that high-end Nomu was nuts. I was like, yo, she really did, like, I don't know, Mirko has just brought a lot of hype to the first few episodes, and I'm so glad to see it, because she's a really awesome character, and I wanted to see what she had. Manga readers only have been raving about her forever, so I was like, all right, let's see what she's about. So it's definitely worth the hype. The doctor, I will say, has been really dangerous. His Nomus are becoming self-aware as we've watched, and I think that's, I don't know if it's gonna foreshadow or if it's just been build up for the high-end Nomus, but if they've been progressively getting smarter and gaining their own intelligence, as you've seen, like, 2 of his Nomus went and saved him without him telling them anything, and apparently they didn't have, like, he didn't order them, and they're the type of Nomus that aren't intelligent enough to get ordered around. So I picked up on that, and I was like, oh, are they evolving? I fully expect Shigaraki to come out of that tube OP as heck. Like, there's no way he's not coming out of it. Like, I do not think the heroes are gonna win, especially what I hear about this season being really dark. Like, I do not think so. But no, yeah, they're gonna have a rough time. I see it getting pretty crazy. I really love Mirko so far. I thought she was really dope. She's been one of the highlights for the season so far. And the animation for all the action has, like, Bones is really doing their thing, putting in the work for a season that deserves it so far, from what I'm seeing. She did take a lot of damage, Mirko, so hopefully she's okay. Hopefully she can keep fighting, or she gets the arm back, I hope, because I was like, yo, we just started, we're only episode 2. But yeah, I really thought she was a really big highlight. Kaminari having his cool little moment too, I really enjoyed that. I like how they give the subtle hint of him and Jiro's little romance, and even if it's not romance, it's just really cool to see us dive into how other characters feel in My Hero aside from the main ones. Like Kaminari, we don't know much about him. We just know he's a goofball, and his quirk turns him into a brain dead idiot. But like, to see his motivations, to see him kind of care for his classmates, even aside from romance, if it's not romance, like, it's just really cool to see him looking out, like, oh, I got people back there I gotta protect, specifically Jiro, but you know, I gotta protect them, so let me show out. And he did show out against that other lightning guy, Camerad. I really liked how episode 2 ended. Episode 3 really surprised me as well, going away from all that episode 2 laid out. Bro, like, I really like Twice. Let me say that first. I like him as a villain. He's one of my favorite villains. It's Dabi 1 and Twice 2, and just to see what he went through kind of made me feel bad for him. It really made me feel bad for him. But you know, I don't know, I resonated with how Twice was feeling. The reason I resonate with Twice is because he got betrayed, or not betrayed, he's had always been the one that got taken advantage of because of his kindness, and I felt bad because of that. But I also resonate because he was like, bro, I thought I was doing a good thing, you know, trusting people and, you know, trusting in your friends that'll give you success is kind of what Jiren told him, the dude he was friends with. And it just, like, I feel bad because it's turned bad every time when he trusted Hawks, and Hawks, you know, turned around. Even though Hawks is the hero, it's just like, damn, bro, you hate to see it. You kind of hate to see it. Yeah, it kind of made me sad to see that in episode 3. I was not expecting to see Davi. I was not, and I was hyped when I saw him. I'm gonna try to put some of the reactions in there. Seeing him was dope. Seeing him almost torch twice, like take him out with Hawks, was not dope. But I mean, that's how villains work. And he acknowledged twice. He didn't just do it out of nowhere. He was just like, twice, thanks for like stalling him, or he actually came in to interrupt twice. So I really liked seeing that. And you know, as shady as Hawks has been from time to time, and as cold-hearted as he's looked in this episode, he's still a hero at the end of the day, which I think is a really, really good quality to put on Hawks, because we're looking at a hero like he's shady, and then with Twice, we're looking at a villain like we feel bad for him. So you see how they do that? That's actually kind of crazy to me. Like, two sides of the same coin. Oh, I'll go over something. I'm pretty sure it was very intentional. I like to pick up on little things like that. And you know, Hawks is still a hero, has to carry out his duties. The fact that he said he hates villains that don't give up easy, because the only way out at that point is just to kill them. I was like, oh, Hawks, I think Batman, or he'll kill somebody, I guess. But and then Twice saying, oh, you're no hero, that's not how heroes are supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, Hawks is just really determined to do whatever he needs to do, you know, get rid of villains and to be a good hero, support Endeavor and all that. And another thing I forgot to mention about episode 2 was Gigantomachia. I think that's a little fishy that they're like, you know, it was Tokiyomi that was like, yo, what the hell is that? And because the Dark Shadow saw him, he was like, oh, don't go in there, there's something crazy in there. And then the heroes were like, oh, that's fine, that was on the report, as long as, you know, Shigaraki isn't giving him orders, he'll stand still. Bro, who's to say Shigaraki didn't already give him orders? What if Shigaraki was like, once I get out of the tube, go crazy? Or what if Shigaraki was like, stand by, and or he was like, oh, go crazy after a certain amount of time passes, go crazy if you see this. I don't know why they didn't like take that into consideration. Like, he could have easily already given him orders, and he's just sitting there literally waiting to carry them out. So I don't trust that. Gigantomachia there, I feel like he's gonna go crazy on the heroes, and I'm scared. I'm very scared. The last thing I'm gonna talk about is Twice dying. My soul hurts because I really did like Twice, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, him dying was not something I expected to see in episode 3. I didn't even expect him to die. I don't know, I didn't expect him to die. I didn't think Hawks had it in him. Apparently he has that dog in him, but yo, I was just like, what? I couldn't believe it. And I thought he was good until, first off, until he said, I can't double anymore. And I was like, bro, you overused your quirk. Second, if you look at the ending song for episode 3, they edited him out with the beat of the song where he's touching Toga's face, and then all of a sudden he disappears and she's like kind of like sad in her lap, and I was like, oh my heart, oh, Twice. And I actually do feel bad for him. Was very sad that he died. But you know, that's just one of the surprises this season has been hitting so far. I'm very glad that they're hitting us with all these things right off the bat, because season 5 was kind of stale. Not stale, but it stalled. The most interesting part about season 5 they botched, which was My Villain Academia, my personal opinion. And I guess Deku getting his new power was dope too, but other than that, it was just like, like nothing too major happened. Like, you like to highlight seasons by the things that happen animation wise, event wise. Like, I like season 4 for the Endeavor fight at the end of it, for Deku turning up on Overhaul, like stuff like that. I don't think season 5 had a moment. Like, it's good to see season 6 pulling out all the stops and doing what it can to be memorable, because I think so far it's been pretty memorable. I just hope it keeps going down this track. I'm really excited to see the rest of the season, and I'll see y'all after a few Saturdays so we can talk about episodes 4, 5, 6. See you back here. I actually do like talking about it like this. It's kind of dope. Instead of like reviewing it, I do it in bunches. This feels like a conversation, like I'm talking to a friend. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you like these type of videos, if you want to see more of these, more reactions, more reviews. I promise I'm working on the reactions. Just give me time. Let me see if I can get it out on YouTube. But my favorite medium is doing the react. So I've only been able to do the reviews on here, but you know, anything anime related, I'll do. So just give me some feedback. If you watch this video, please let me know what you think of it. What you think of this type of video, my other types of videos, reaction, review, gameplay, anything. Comment down below. I'll see y'all. Peace.